they sometimes will be inside of some thrift stores, things like that. You could buy things and they'll have a purchase price that's there. That's not what the actual owner of it selling it for, but you still paying for both people working together to get you what you try and get. So yeah, these I will still wear these now. I know they beat up. That's okay, because apparently the new thing is wearing dusty ass all white Air Force Ones. So at least my jeans got some real history to them, and they look like this for a particular reason. But yeah, this is actually funny enough. This is I was actually going through a real bad depressed state when I bought these jeans. Nah, for real. So like that's what I was saying. It was funny because like I got into like I didn't get the sneakers I wanted growing up. I got them every now and then, Christmas, sometimes.
It was due to your foot size growing.
Yeah, but even my foot size stopped growing. It was like there was some sneakers I could get, and there was some sneakers I couldn't get. It was like a budget type thing, right? So around that time, I can't remember. I was like the black and chrome Jordan 8s. Those came out. It was like a 10th grade or so. It was like 135. That was pushing it for some family J's, right? But there was some other sneakers that came out. Like I remember when Melo started having his own Jordan, and some of the bronze came out. Those would be like around 110, 120. That was fair.
You can negotiate.
You can negotiate that a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Tax is not that bad.
Just a little bit. So that's that. So when I bought these, but you know, when you're going through those high and low tops. So like when I went to college.
Wait, did you just say when you're going through those high and low tops?
High and low tops, like sneakers. Are you talking about
highs and lows or highs and low tops?
Hey, listen, like if you're part of sneaker culture, you can describe things using sneaker terms. It is what it is.
I hear it. Keep going though.
But no, like when I was going through, you know, highs and low tops, you know, you trying to find your mids, but you know most mid sneakers look bad, so it is what it is. Funny enough, I would have moments where like I wasn't feeling good about myself, so I wanted to go do something that made me feel good about myself. A lot of times I would go like be shopping. That's a common thing. So I went away to college in 2006. I went to Winston-Salem State. Shout out to the Rams. That is my alma mater. And I did good my first semester. I did really, 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 really bad my second semester. It's like, yo, there's a lot that goes with that, right? It is not even trying to make excuses about it. It's just like, I did horribly. Like, you ever see a number on a GPA that's so bad, it's like, my nigga, you had to try to do that bad. That's the like whatever GPA number you think I got for that semester is probably worse.
Damn.
Yeah, so like I was back home for a semester in 2007.
I remember we had this talk.
Yeah,
we had this talk. That's ironic enough. Yeah, we had this talk.
But the funny thing about it is that I quit my medication cold turkey before I went to college.
So how did you have such great balance that first year, but then the second year you were so off?
I mean, it's like inertia, right? It's like emotional inertia. When things are moving positively, they tend to continue to move positively. Like but when things are going down the hill, snowballing, they just continue to go down the hill. My first semester was cool. I was away from home. I was 17 years old, 5 hours away from home. I was 17 my whole first semester. Like nobody knew what age I was. I wasn't like flaunting it or nothing like that. But I made decisions on my own to a degree, and I was going to class for the most part, and things like that. And then I got some real messed up news when I was going home for Christmas break. That kind of put me at odds with some of my folks.
Yeah.
So I made some decisions, and some of those decisions was like, oh, I'm going to like get a part-time job on campus, and I'm going to register for 18 credit hours in this term while also having a part-time job on campus and chasing girls and going to parties and having an 8 o'clock class every single day, but also had a class that may end at like 9:15 at night. All like, yeah, it was a lot. It was just a lot. So the GPA looked like that. It's
Self-sabotage.
Oh, it was self-sabotage. But
Yeah.
I still would have rather went through all that, because for the first time I actually started to feel like part of myself, and that's one of the things that the medication took away from me.
So failure brought you back.
Well,
Was that failure?
No. That wasn't failure. That wasn't failure. Not like.
What would you consider that?
I mean, it's a learning curve, but it wasn't like I couldn't do the work. The learning curve was learning how to do this thing called independence with everything, like, and like, you know, you have choices and you have consequences that come with them, but you have to kind of just be okay with it, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, like when I was in high school, like I was on a medication and I hated how I felt on it. Mostly because I didn't know who I was for the majority of the year.
Yeah.
It's like the only way I can like really like compare how I spent the majority of my life, especially during that time period, was imagine if you are watching yourself as like a RPG game. Like you're never in any of your moments, but you're watching yourself move. It's like you have the controller, but you're watching the things take place. So you don't even have any connection to half the things that you're doing.
You're not even in control at any point.
No,
You're just there.
You're in control, but it's like you're not in real life. You're like watching the real life take place at your hands, but you're not actually in real life.
So dissonance.
Oh, extreme cognitive dissonance. Like he's like, no, Eric failed that semester. Not I failed. Like, no, like
You shouldn't have been out there failing like
yeah,
that.
like oh, these are the things that he did. Like, no, that was you, but like, yeah, these are the things that he did. Like,
Yeah. Oh, so you were just a Sims character while life was passing you by, but you were there.
Yeah, you going through the
But you were never responsible for the mistakes.
I didn't want to be responsible for the mistakes. It was always something being done to me.
Yeah.
Which is easier to do when you look at life like it's a video game.
Damn, that's important. It's always being done to you.
Oh, yeah.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault that you're going through these things. Everything that's happening to you is because somebody is doing things to you.
And you don't deserve it.
No,
Yeah.
definitely didn't deserve it.
That was your thought process.
Yeah, it's like playing a game. It's like literally being like whatever you named your character in Pokemon. Yeah, I remember that shit, right? So like you're going through life, you're going from town to town, you got goals and things like this, but everybody else is Team Rocket. It's like that. It just was what it was. It was like you're coming up against Team Rocket, you trying to figure out how to beat them. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But if you lose, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's not even your fault that you're in that situation. This is what life is doing to you. You don't have any control over it.
With ADHD, did you lose concept when it comes to like time, the concept of time and how things are moving?
What is time? Because like, I joke now, be like, time is a social construct, and be like, but it exists though. It like what meaning you give to time may be a social construct, but time exists one way or the next, right? So like, you know, I was going through the emotions.
Yeah.
You know, it's I have this thing to do, but I guess I can do it later. And then it's like, oh wait, this is due now. Let me see if I can like do it right now and then turn it in and hopefully get an assignment. Oh, I'm late turning it in, but they should let me turn it in because I'm still working on it. Like it's important to me now. Oh, it's like the amount of focusing that I wasn't able to do on getting the things done, or even keeping a mental note of when I needed to do things, or even knowing that you don't have the capacity to hold on to mental notes to get things done. Like it's and I struggle with that now. So it's wild to see it in that way. I'm getting better at it now, but only because somebody told me. I heard it from somewhere. I can't even tell you. It was like literally over the last 3 months. Oh no, I do know. Burnay Brown, per podcast, it's a great thing to listen to. And she pretty much was like, your mind is meant for creating things. It's not meant for holding things. So yeah, that was. I didn't get that concept.
I'm always there.
I didn't get that concept.
I'm always there. I don't know when I got there, but I know once I got there, I was like, nah, what are we doing? I told you the example of it earlier with the cell phone.
We were just talking about
I was
it.
like, yo, what are we doing? Just put in your cloud. If it's full, put in your cloud.
Yeah.
You don't check it. It's not a primary. Just what are your top 3 to 5 things that you do with it? Unless it serves that purpose, you don't need it. And if you do need it, if it has value, put it somewhere that it's protected, so you can come back to it when that time is there.
Right. And why are you holding on to every little thing?
And I do that with everything now. And you know what makes it worse for me is I have bad memory.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't have bad memory from football. I just have always never had the most ideal memory as a kid.
I think it's funny because like we look at these highly technological things, right? And it's like these things run out of memory space
quickly,
and they slow down the more they have things filling them up.
And we're the same.
And we're the exact same.
Yeah.
The only difference is that those things are made up of like, you know, bytes and all those other things.
And it could be purchased and upgraded.
This is literally
one of them.
This is a meat. It's meat
with electricity.
It's a meat it's meat with electricity bouncing around it. What do you expect this to do? It's like, yo.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine if you eat animals, right? If you don't eat animals, congratulations, you're helping the environment. I still struggle. But if you eat animals, right? Imagine like a chicken breast is a mind for something. And it has naturally created electricity making it function. What do you expect that to do? It's like, what are you trying to get from this?